Hi, my name is Robin Wong, and by now I'm sure you've heard the news that is all over the internet. Olympus is selling out to another company. I'm sure you have a lot of questions running in your mind. There are a lot of uncertainties. I don't have all the answers, to be entirely honest, but in this video I'll try my best to clarify as much as I can, and I'll share my reaction and my thoughts on what's happening to Olympus. Let's do this. As of today, 24th of June, Olympus Imaging has signed Memorandum of Understanding with Japan Industrial Partners with the intention of transferring the business unit of Olympus Imaging to Japan Industrial Partners. This is news I'm sure a lot of photography YouTubers and websites will report. This is the end of Olympus. Olympus is shutting down. All the rumors we have been hearing for the past many years is coming true. There is no future for Olympus. Micro Four Thirds is dead. I don't know how many catchy clickbaity titles I can think of. Well, not all of this is true, and I do want to clarify certain things that I do know, things I'm very sure of in this video. Before I go on and share my thoughts on what's going to happen to Olympus, let me be crystal clear that I do not represent Olympus. I'm speaking on my behalf. I'm merely sharing what I know and what I think. This is very important, and I don't know everything. I cannot emphasize that enough, and my assumptions can be wrong as well. Only time can tell. Number one, I'm confident to say that Olympus as a brand continues to live on. The OMD branding, the Zuko, this will continue on. Olympus will continue to make and manufacture the cameras and lenses and sell the products in the market. It is business as usual until the end of the year, and beyond that, even after the transfer between Olympus Imaging and Japan Industrial Partners is complete. I'm also aware that there are certain new products that is coming. Olympus will release them. I can't give you any more information beyond this point. Trust me, I know certain things because I am an Olympus Visionary. Olympus as a brand will survive. Olympus is not dead. Olympus is not shutting down. The word closing, shutting down, dead, these are not reported anywhere in the website or the official news. Number two, the announcement that Olympus is entering agreement with Japan Industrial Partners is not necessarily a bad thing. I see Olympus as being fully transparent. They're updating us on what's happening, and they're giving us as much information as they can. They could have just kept quiet, not telling us anything, and when it happens, and the whole world is in shock. For example, Samsung. Remember what happened to the camera division? They didn't say anything, they quietly pulled out the business from the market, and they just disappear. Olympus didn't do that. They told us that they are changing the strategy. They are going to transfer the business to Japan Industrial Partners, which may not be a bad thing because they truly care about the brand, they care about the legacy, they care about the Olympus DNA, and they want to ensure that Olympus as a brand survives. I'm sure as a company, as a business entity, Olympus has done everything they can in the past few years to salvage this business. Olympus is resilient. If you know what the company has gone through, they have been around for a long time, you have known that they are fighting really hard. This is not an easy decision to make, and I'm sure that it is the best one moving forward, not just for the company, but for the brand as well. And if you look at what's being shared in the website, it clearly states that the intention is to allow the R&D to continue, is to allow the Olympus brand to survive, is to allow Olympus to continue making products in the future under a different company. So they are being very transparent. They tell us what they plan to do, what the intentions are coming into the future. Number three, what is going to happen? What are the changes that we can expect to see happening? Honestly, at this point of time, it is very dangerous to make assumptions. We don't have all the cards. There are just too many missing pieces in the puzzle. Making any speculations at this point is quite frankly pointless. Olympus has just signed the Memorandum of Understanding with Japan Industrial Partners. Both parties will have to sit down, discuss, and strategize the best way to move forward. What's going to happen depends on these future discussions. A lot of decisions are not being made. They will be made, and I'm sure they will be announced and we will know. Olympus is being very, very careful. In their official website, they specifically mentioned that there is a potential of Olympus Imaging being transferred to Japan Industrial Partners. Potential. Nothing is being confirmed at this moment. We don't have any solid information. So there is no point for us to make useless or baseless assumptions like, oh, Olympus is doomed. Olympus is no more. Let's ditch Olympus. There's no point investing in a system that has no future. I think that's a little stretch too far. Number 4. What's going to happen to me as an Olympus Visionary? How is this affecting the Olympus ambassadors from all around the world? I've received an email from Olympus notifying me that if my contract has ended, it will take some time for Olympus to figure out what's going to happen next. They asked us to be patient, and thankfully, my contract as an Olympus Visionary ends in December 2020. So I'll still be an Olympus Visionary until the end of this year. Will I still be an Olympus Visionary after that? Will Olympus renew my contract next year? Honestly, I don't know. Does it really matter? At this point, not really. Hear me out. I am a professional photographer. I earn a living from shooting jobs. I take photographs. My clients pay me. Now, being an Olympus Visionary, being seen partnered with a prestigious brand like Olympus, it helped boosted my career. It has been a really fun ride. If Olympus decides to renew my contract and I continue to become an Olympus Visionary, that will be great news. It is mutually beneficial. I continue to promote Olympus and Olympus continues to support me and my photography business. But if this ends, if this relationship is no more, nothing bad is going to happen. I will still continue being a photographer. I will still continue using Olympus for a period of time until the cameras don't work anymore. And if you worry about this channel, like, hey, what's going to happen to Robin Wong YouTube, the channel where he reviews and talk about tips on using Olympus cameras and lenses? Guess what? Olympus didn't ask me to make any of these videos. Olympus never requested me to make content on this YouTube channel. I started this YouTube channel on my own accord. I wanted to do this channel as an extension from what I've been doing all these years in my blog, reviewing cameras and sharing photography and camera tips with an audience. This is just a different format. I do this because I genuinely wanted to. That's not going to change if Olympus is not around or if I'm not an Olympus Visionary anymore. Rest assured, Robin Wong YouTube will continue on. You'll still get those juicy tips on Olympus OMD cameras and how to squeeze every little bit out of your camera from this YouTube channel. Having said all that, I do feel a little sad when I read the announcement that Olympus is possibly selling out to another company. However, at the same time, I'm also relieved. Why am I relieved? The brand gets to live on. Olympus will still survive and we will still get new Olympus cameras and lenses. Micro Four Thirds system lives on. I would also prefer Olympus to exist as their own company, whether it's by the parent Olympus Japan or another separate company that exists Olympus themselves, rather than being bought by a different camera company where the values, the core DNA of Olympus will be diluted. Moving forward, I'm sure in the many discussions and agreements to come, Olympus Imaging will ensure that the DNA, the core values will live on in this transfer to whatever new ventures that is going to happen to Olympus. That's all I have to share about this news on Olympus entering a memorandum of understanding with Japan industrial partners. Again, I'm sorry if you find that there's nothing new I have added to this sharing. I just want to come out and tell you how I feel and how I react to this news. I thought you appreciate that. I know many of you have seen my videos coming back to this channel week after week, and you have followed me for the past at least more than half a year, and I genuinely thank you for being with me all this time. Hey, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still here. I have a few videos lined up and I'm working hard to make more videos. So I will definitely see you guys again in the coming videos. Please stay safe, take care, and remember, shutter therapy must go on. Thank you and bye-bye.